one of the levers that large corporations sometimes use in disruptive innovation space is acquisitions, partnerships, JVs, but acquisitions in particular. They'll sort of buy a startup or buy a sort of new unit. And then the transition to scale it in is fraught with danger in my experience, in that with all the best intentions, it can end up you losing the value of what you've bought. Are there any piece of advice for that process of starting on the edge, and then how do you nurture it through the organization so it becomes part of the new core?
Yeah, so, and this is true with, acquisitions and mergers, or it's true whenever you place bets on the outside. So incubators and accelerators, lots of organizations have leveraged that entity, and I don't think they've always made the second move as well as they could have. There was one case study that we went into and looked at. It's a large, financial services firm. They have bought the smaller, more entrepreneurial entity for exactly the purposes that you suggest. The only real connectivity between those two groups was the integration team, 6 months in, and all the reason, the logic, the strategic logic for why would we buy this company because of its brilliant entrepreneurial wisdom wasn't coming to fruition. What ultimately happened was there were a lot of really smart leaders inside this smaller entity. So the talent management system ended up pulling some of those leaders into the broader organization, and across about an 18-month time frame, picked the best and the brightest, pulled them into the core of the organization, and what they didn't realize they were pulling along with them, and the byproduct was their entrepreneurial energy, but also the products and services that they have worked on before. So in this particular case, those same ideas that were isolated to the smaller entity started to pop inside the larger engine, and I think that's what we call diffusion.